Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Before I begin, like the video, put on your notification when my next video uploads. And if you like the video, come down in the comments section. Also, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe too, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Hey everybody, welcome to my review of Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 3. First, let me say, why Destiny thought she ate at the reunion, why she thought she said something to Melody. All you did was reveal how bad of a friend you are. So we open up this review with Destiny giving Kimmy the death stare with those big googly woogly eyes. And Kimmy makes her point that, everybody goes through a situation where scenes are shot, but they don't make it to the show. Anyway, Carlos asks Destiny if you should be on the next season. Will your partner be on the next season with you? She says, yeah. So he asks her, why is he not here now? And she quickly comes up with some excuse as, due to unforeseen circumstances, he couldn't make it. I don't believe nothing she's saying, okay? So Carlos asks her, is it still a long distance relationship? And Destiny says it is. She's working on that habit in therapy. Like, the way she say things, it's always a damn joke. Like, girl, get your life. Be serious about something. So Carlos said that the fans are invested and that they really want to see more of your life. She says, come on, open book. And then turn around and say she going to share as much as she can. Like, Destiny, go suck a rock somewhere. So Carlos goes into how Destiny and Melody were friends. And then they go into the montage of how their thing fell apart, right? Talking to Stormy, talking about she don't go back due to betrayal, and I'm sick of her and Tisha talking about this betrayal and what Melody did, but they never give specifics on what Melody did to them. I'm not understanding. But what they should always do is preface whatever they say by Melody was great to them, and then ... Then we find out through Carlos, which he said, so Melody, we met Destiny through you. Now, Destiny girl, you done went on interviews talking about Martell was the one, producers came up to you, that Martell brought you to the show. Everything but Melody. And Carlos King just said, we met Destiny through you. You are a liar. So Carlos asked Melody what was the breakdown of her and Destiny's relationship. Melody brings up the fact that Destiny did an interview talking about, the time when Destiny came to her house and she was only there for 5 minutes. Like, Destiny, at the end of the day, if she was there for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, she came there and she helped you as a friend. What's wrong with that? So here's the thing again, like I said with Wanda and Tisha. Destiny feels like they had a social media war or battle or whatever. But Mel brought it to TV, national TV. What? To me, it don't make a difference whether it's on social media or national TV. It's still out there. I'm not understanding why y'all keep saying Mel brings it to national TV. Y'all still put it out there. Either way. Destiny, I've watched you do interviews on YouTube, Instagram, talking bad about Mel, how she's a manipulator, and some things she do doesn't make her a good friend, and then turn around and contradict yourself and say, I never said she wasn't a good friend. Like, make up your mind. So Carlos asks her, how does she feel about what Melody said? And Destiny says, it sounds good, and you sounding like Tisha, who don't know how to express themselves on how they feel about what somebody say. You was this girl's road dog. You can't express how you feel about what she said. You know why? Because what she's saying is the truth. You ain't rebutting it, so it must be the truth. So Carlos gives Destiny the opportunity to say what was the breakdown in their relationship. Destiny said it's the thing that happened last year at the reunion where Melody heard her and Tisha talking about her in the room. Okay, so here's my thing with it, right? You and Tisha were talking about Mel, right? You said y'all was talking about what happened at the reunion, and Letitia was filling you in. And we know Letitia is a revisionist. She don't know how to tell a straight story. So did Mel hear you and Tisha talking about her in the room? Hell yeah, she did. So Destiny said she wants Melody to say what she heard. Destiny was like, Mel was like, you could keep wanting because we had this conversation already. So Destiny goes, well, the reality is you're not going to continue to play in my face. Mel kindly said, I'm not playing in your face because I don't even talk to you, sweetie. Destiny was stuck. She didn't know what to say after that, okay? You know what her comeback was? Well, you talking to me now, sweetie. Girl, you are ridiculous, Destiny. So Destiny was like, where we are now is some BS. And here come Tisha chiming in again in a conversation that ain't had shit to do with her, talking about she needed a storyline. And you ain't the one to talk about a storyline because you've been talking about Mel from season 1 to season 5, season 5, part A, part B, whatever this is, okay? So Carlos said, are you denying talking about Mel in the room? Tisha never answered the question. But she says, we were talking about what happened at the reunion, and then she goes into victim mode. I told Destiny she needs to talk to Mel because she looked sad when Martell was talking about her. Like, girl, you full of shit, too. Then they flash back to the moment Tisha was talking about, and Mel didn't look sad. Mel looked more like, I'm tired of talking about this shit, okay? Carlos asked Mel, do she believe what Tisha's saying? She said, no. I don't believe a thing she's saying. Here go Tisha. When you're sad, I feel for you because I once loved you. Like, girl, shit. STFU, okay? Because you don't even sound right now trying to be this person that love Mel. Stop it. Stop it, Tisha, please. Just shut up and let Destiny and Mel get back to their little story. So here go Tisha with her grand thing. She said, although you have a dark soul, you're the definition of the devil in sheep's clothing. Y'all saw it before. It's wolf in sheep's clothing. You're quoting a scripture and you ain't even saying it right. Girl, it's Matthew 7:15. Okay? So Tisha, you know what this remind me of? This remind me of when your mother said people don't buy shoes in boxes. Then got the quote from somebody but said it the wrong way. That's what that remind me of. So Mel said you should be grateful that the dark soul is out of your life and keep my name out your mouth. And Tisha was like, you keep my name out your mouth and I won't talk about you. She sounds just like her mother, the same person who starts trouble on the Instagram and the social medias. Okay? So Mel said you should be grateful, right? And Tisha was like, I am grateful for a lot of things, but that ain't one of them. Like, Tisha, you don't even know how to respond. You don't even know how to do a good comeback. So Carlos turns to Destiny and say, do you think Melody has a dark soul? She goes, there's some things that she do that's dark. And Carlos asks, for instance, and she gonna say, when Melody went on national TV and said she gave me $6,000, girl, that ain't dark. That's a light. She helped you. That's not even the question that he asked you. What did she do that was dark? Her and Tisha can't answer those questions at all. Every time they ask them, they can't answer it. Destiny's whole thing is that she didn't want to feel like a charity case, like Mel helped her get back on her feet. And that wasn't the case at all. You dealing with your insecurities, okay? You shouldn't have got on these social media streets on a campaign to make Mel look like she was a bad friend to you. And you know how I know she wasn't a bad friend? Because that episode where y'all met and you had on that big bird dress, you were so excited to say that y'all had a good friendship. So what went wrong? What really went wrong, Destiny? Is it that Mel cut you off? So then Carlos King goes into, do you feel like Destiny was too chummy with Martell? And Mel was like, she just felt like I've been married to him for a very long time and pretty much never knew that they were good friends. So Destiny was like, I've known him since I was 15. I had no reason to call Martell while they were married. But if you claiming to be such a good friend, why didn't you keep in touch? You know he was married. Why didn't you keep in touch? Because Martell has a habit of having these quote unquote friends he knew from high school, which we found out because him and his big mouth, him and Mel Nika from high school had something going on. So who's to say you and him didn't have nothing going on? That's just in my opinion. She said she reconnected when she came back and started dating LeBarrick. All right. So you connected with Martell and he introduced you to LeBarrick? What happened? That's just my assumption. That's my opinion. So Mel was like, yeah, Destiny be calling Martell 1 and 5 o'clock in the morning. And Destiny was like, Oh, you mean when you hacked his phone? Now, Destiny never denied calling him, but she made sure to say hack a phone. Like, and how do you know she hacked the phone? Because guess what? You be talking to Martell. Destiny thought she ate, right? So Martell looking like he's surprised, but then when Carlos King started questioning him, you could tell he was lying. Hell no, the way he said hell no, his facial expression, you could tell that Martell was lying. And I so hope that Mel do her investigation so it could come to light that this man is trying to hack her phone. I don't trust Martell as far as I could throw him. He has such a hate for Melody because he fucking effed up. He missed out on the best thing that ever happened to him in his life. But instead of moving on, he want to make her life miserable because his life is miserable. And side note, Destiny want Mel to be clearing up what Mel said, but all the shit you be talking, you ain't clear nothing up. And I'm going to just say this one last thing about Destiny. Destiny should have stayed out of the middle of Mel and Martell's thing. She really should have stayed out of the middle. You came in like you was Mel's ride or die friend, but when they got divorced, you chose a side. That's okay, but you still should have stayed out of the middle of their shit. You ever had that friend that's friends with two people, the one that's in the middle of the two people, right? And you tell a friend something that really shouldn't go back to the other person. Whether good or bad, shouldn't go back to the other person. But then that other friend come to you and say the exact same thing you said. That's what Destiny is giving me. And Destiny proved it on the show when she went to Martell's house and said word for word what her and Mel did at a coffee meeting. Like, you could have kept that to yourself. Did Martell really need to know about that? Another side note, did y'all peep when Mel said me and her communicating because we talking about things that me and her, our exes did to us and they're similar in the same way? Did y'all peep that? Now, Destiny ain't jumped to say nothing about that. She just wanted to know where was it going. Child. So we gonna move on because I'm 12 minutes and something into this doggone just talk about Destiny and Mel. So anyway, Carlos asked Stormy how she feel about this, and she was like, "Well, they've been through stuff, and me and Mel haven't been through anything. We're just building a friendship, and me and Mel haven't had any issues." And then she gonna say, "But I feel like when you have a friend, if y'all go through issues and y'all work through it, that makes y'all real friends," or some shit like that," she said. And then here go Martell jumping and talking about telling Stormy to retreat now. Like, you're crazy. Mel was like, "I feel sorry for you." He was like, "I'm still friends with everybody." And Mel was like, "How you want to be friends with somebody that talk about you, call you a liar, say you don't have your builder's license, be laughing at you, but you still want to be friends with them just to have this moment to say you cool with everybody?" Mel was like, "Cross me and I'm done." Martell said he a forgiving person and she's not like that. If she forgive you, she wants something from you. And Mel was like, "Listen, I have God's favor. He's my source of everything. And I have everything I need since I left your dusty ass." And she shut Martell right the hell up because he ain't had nothing else to say after that. So Carlos King then focuses on Mel and Martell's ending of their relationship. Martell goes in to talk about what causes them to not co-parent well. He was like, he don't want a man watching his children. Like, you sound ridiculous. He said when they were married, that didn't happen. Martell, y'all not married no more. So you can't tell her what to do with her children. And I'm sure she's going to look out for the best interest of her children when she's with them. So Carlos King asks him, even if it's their uncle, does it have anything to do with the uncle being gay? And Martell goes, "This is my thing. I could see if Melody was raised with her brother, but she just met him when she was 15 or 16 years old. To me, what difference does that make? You and Destiny are quote unquote best friends after not talking to each other since she's 15. So what difference does that make?" So his thing is he don't want no men watching his children or 20 people watching his children. You sounding like a stalker right now. You know Mel is a good mother. She ain't gonna put your kids in harm's way So why would you even say something like that? So Mel was like, I can't co-parent with him because of the person he is. Mel said she never expected to have kids with a man that she don't even like. So Martell says that he put the petition in because if they can't share custody, but don't y'all do 7 days on and 7 days off right now? So that don't even make sense what you're saying right now. But I believe he said it just to get out that Mel don't have time to spend with her kids. To me, it's all a control issue. He can't control what Melody do. He can't stop what Melody is doing, and it's bothering him. It's really bothering him. You doing too much, Martell. You doing too much. You looking crazy. You looking sporadic, erratic, or whatever they call it. You looking crazy. So after the flashback, Martell lets everybody know that he missed that. He won't say he missed his family or nothing like that, but he said he misses that. So Carlos King let Martell know that he's concerned about him because he won't let his emotions out about how he really feel about what really happened between him and Mel. Carlos King starts crying. He says a lot of things to Martell, but one thing that stuck out to me, he said when you have these outbursts, is that you're afraid to say that you messed up, that you still in love with Melody, and that you want your family back. And he spoke truth. He's acting like a kid in the candy store, but his mama won't let him get the candy. So Carlos asks Martell, do he regret it? He says, yes, he regret it. He regrets putting Melody through the things that he put them through, because at one point he felt like they had the perfect marriage. He said he missed his children being able to come home to both parents in the household. Carlos King turns to Melody and said, what makes you emotional? And Mel was like, obviously, the divorce and there are kids involved. Again, she said that she never thought, she'd be in a place where she have children with a man she don't even like. Why Tisha and Marcel holding hands? They ain't hold hands this entire segment, this entire two reunions. Now they holding hands all of a sudden. What the hell? So anyway, Carlos King says he tell women when you rise in your career, you can't forget your husband. He says he's hard on the men too. So Melody pretty much said, listen, I'm not going to take that on because we did everything. I was still cooking, cleaning, and doing everything a wife is supposed to do. So he asked Mel, what would you have changed in the marriage? Mel said she would have listened. She said she did listen, but she would have listened more. But then she said it really wouldn't have mattered what I did because it still wouldn't have been enough because I'm not a robot. Carlos King wishes them the best in their co-parent situation. I hope they can get to a place where when they're around the kids, they get along. So the next segment is Tiffany and Lewis, and this was a quick segment. They talked about the couples retreat, blah blah blah. His sexual frustrations is over. We found out that Tiffany is pregnant. That was the end of that. So then we go to Kimmy and Maurice, and they flash back to Kimmy's story about her finding out, when she got the cancer and her cutting her hair. So Carlos King asks her, is she okay? She says she's okay. She had her moment where she went through, why me? Why am I the 1 out of 8 that gets it or whatever? So she gets a little emotional, but when she gathers herself, she says she was contemplating not doing the show, but with the help of Maurice, she decided to do the show because it will help other women. So Kimmy lets us know that she has to do chemo, have surgery, and then do radiation. And she says she thugging it out. She gonna fight this, and she gonna get through it. And we all praying for you, Kimmy. So Carlos King shared with us that his mom passed away of breast cancer. She never went to the doctor, but he said in his dreams that his mom told him to share this story. It's all beautiful stories. And to just bring awareness to it is a beautiful thing. When you see somebody else going through something, you're more likely to get to work on you and what you need to do. Because I'm sure when Kimmy revealed that she had cancer, a lot of women scheduled their mammograms. I am one of them, okay? Because I was procrastinating like heck. Okay, so now that we're over the serious moment and I didn't want to interrupt no foolishness with telling Kimmy's story, so we're not going to talk about Tiffany and her makeup where the middle of her face was shining brighter than the sun, or Tisha looking like she crying and not a damn tear falling out her eye, or production catching the snapshot of Tisha just staring into space with her mouth open. Like, Tisha, what was going on there? Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. These 3-part reunions it ain't stressed me out, but it was like, what is going on? Okay, Destiny thought she ate and she didn't. She just told on herself she's a bad friend. Anyway, guys, thanks again to my new subscribers. I really, really appreciate you guys. And I might go live. I just got to figure it out. But if I don't go live, I'll have some more videos coming for you. Thanks again, guys. Peace.